My sister is turning 16. She's getting her license soon. So I'm on my laptop browsing cars on.
Grand evening. What's up? What it do? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing great and having a great time. What's up? Check out the drip. Check out the drip. So, first, let's start out with some. We're gonna do 4 minutes of meditation starting now.
Purpose-built from the factory to perform means we did the hard stuff, so you don't have to.
We stopped right at 10 at the minute marker I wanted. Alright, first position. First position, you're just gonna clasp your hands together like so. And inhale. And inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Next position, we are going to inhale, pull up, and then exhale, go all the way down. Let me see if I can try to get some better lighting. Next is the back bend.
furniture and plates out, custom furniture, in-stock furniture, mattresses, and much more. Located at 46.
Next, gonna push up and retain. Next, left knee up, right knee down. We're gonna inhale. Inhale on the stretch pull. That felt great. And some nice little pops in there. We're gonna push down, stretch out, and inhale and hold. more time for the road. Oh shit. I'm gonna wrap up. I did do all the positions, but I'm gonna have to go and move this laptop, y'all.
So, May 1st, 2019, keeping the American dream alive.
I miss some tater tots, y'all. They bustin'. No. My bad. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry about that, you guys. I had to take me a little snack break, meal break, whatever you want to call it. Go get my notepad. Yeah. Alright, but yeah, it's been going down in the world, y'all. I think it's time we get prepared. I think it's time we act. I think it's time we get together and make something happen. It's serious out here. It's real serious out here, to be honest. Like, and I just want to point out a couple things to you all today. Just want to point out some things because I feel like it's certain things that are not talked about enough and should be. And I feel like that's an issue because it leaves people ignorant, even though every person is capable, should be capable of finding and seeking knowledge themselves, to do whatever they must. But everybody doesn't have that at the top of their priority list at the end of the day. So, like, it's still, there has to be people like me to come through and awaken people and bring this to the people's attention. So, people can have a chance to do something about it. And yeah, that's what it is. Like, all right, so have you all seen that lately they have been trying to get the Jim Crow laws back instated? And that's just crazy. Like, do you know what that means, y'all? Like, if for the people watching, if they start to enact the Jim Crow laws back from, the early 1900s, this would be crazy around here. It would really be crazy around here because at that point it's like every man for themselves. And people really have that mentality anyways, but I feel like we're stronger together and we should get together and put our might together and utilize our resources and do everything that we can, to make sure that we're not a victim again, because in the past, melanated people or people of color have been, victims of violence and discrimination. And this is like, anybody can look this up and see, you know, I'm just saying, that they are trying to bring bring stuff back, like it was in the past before we had the civil rights movement, basically. And that's a lot to say. That is a lot to say because we went through hell and back, obviously for the civil rights movement to make them respect us in a sense and accept us, But if it was up to me, they ain't even gotta, be causing no trouble over here. We can do without them, But it is what it is. But still, everybody, if you're melanated, that you should know that you damn near have a target on your back, and you need to move accordingly because not only any other kinds can get you, your own kind can get you. So, what do you have to say about that? That's that's a lot going on. So, yeah, man. Um, I feel like they they give us the illusion of choice, like we have a certain right or some sort, when it comes to them just up and deciding to make laws like this that basically take away your rights to anything, like the executive order 36303. I can't remember the number right now off top, but it began with it's, it's crazy out here, y'all. It's crazy. I should look that up. All right, so currently looking up executive orders. One second, y'all, while I try to find it. Oh, y'all want to see the drip check? Let's see the drip check. Oh, wait. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, y'all. Alright, so I found it. Alright, y'all, check this out. Like, real talk. They got an executive order. I couldn't remember the number, but I believe this is one that I was referring to. It is Executive Order 13656 through 13686. And yeah, that's about 30 executive orders all in one executive order. How you like them apples? Like, so Just imagine how much power. Do you know what an executive order is? That's like an order what the president can just put through and establish dominion over anything. Like basically, they can take your rights to water, land, transportation. They can take your rights to anything. It's ridiculous how much power this really gives the government or the White House or the army, the whoever is on the ground. It could be the National Guard for all we know. But let me start to read you all some of these executive order disposition tables, as they call them, because it's just crazy. Mm. Wow. Started going ham in 2014. So 2014 says 12/19/2014, but then I'm confused because below it says there's a 12/11/2014, 12/18/2014, and 12/19. So it's not only one 12, it's two 12/19/2014. And the first one is adjustments of certain rates of pay. This right here, people, means that they can just come through and change your pay at any given moment just because they said so. Just because they said so, you're gonna get, all right, let's say you're getting $15. Your $15 is gonna be now cut down to maybe 8 or 9 just because they said so. Do you think that's fair? And it says it supersedes an executive order before that in December 23rd in 2013. All right, so superseded by 13715. This is all public record, people. You can go look this up. I'm not here to lie to you. Blocking property of certain persons and prohibiting certain transactions with respect to the Crimea region of Ukraine. And this is Executive Order 13685. Now remember, this is in 2014. So what that tell y'all? That tells y'all that they're planning easily 10 years ahead. Right now it's 2023 from the Gregorian calendar, anyways. And you mean to tell me they implemented an executive order in that time, 10 years ago, almost 10 years on the dot, like to block property or certain persons and adjustments of certain rates. Then next you have Executive Order 13684, establishment of the President's Task Force on the 21st Century Policing. What is that? Amendments to Executive Orders 1130, 13653, and 13673. Basically, some amendments, I guess they came through and redid 3 executive orders from to, it's a few dates on. Next is closing of executive departments and agencies of the federal government on Friday. Wow. So they can just close on Fridays at any given moment that they want to. That explains some things. Improving the security of consumer financial transactions. Ordering the selected reserve and certain individual ready reserve members of the armed forces to active duty. Wow. So anybody that's in the army, they can just draft you because that's part of an executive order. And if you're affiliated with that, it doesn't matter. You're gonna have to go. Wow. So yeah, that's crazy. They can basically do whatever they want. If they say it's, by executive order. Let's see what else we got. And that's Executive Order 13680. If y'all want to look that up, to make people go active duty that are in the selective reserves or certain individual ready reserve members. Establishing a emergency board to investigate a dispute between the Southeastern Peninsula Transportation Authority and its locomotive engineers, represented by the Brotherhood of the Locomotive Engineers and Trainmen. Wow. So a train accident is not no little baby ass accident. A train accident is something serious. Train accident, they are getting investigated by the feds, y'all. All right, next, 13678 is conversion of authority for criminal investigators, special agents of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, basically the ATF, conversion authority for criminal investigators, special agents of the, wow, climate resilient international development. So this means that they have permission to work on the atmosphere. They can work and manipulate changes to the climate, y'all. That's what this is saying. So I bet Harp got real active around this time. That's crazy. Wow. Next is 13676. Combating antibiotic resistant bacteria. Wow. Mm. Mm. Establishing the President's Advisory Council on Doing Business in Africa. Revised list of quarantinable communicable diseases. So this right here says basically that if they deem a disease to cause quarantine for a certain amount of time, then you have to go under their guidelines. And this is the government now. I'm talking about. They're passing this stuff. So presidents are signing off on this, and it's just going down. Like it I wonder, can these be appealed? All right, next is fair pay and safe workplace. Next is further amendments to Executive Order 11478, equal employment opportunity in the federal government, and Executive Order 11246, equal employment opportunity. Taking additional steps to address the national emergency with respect to the conflict in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Wow. So they have the extended permission to speak with anybody in the Congo regarding any national emergencies, additional steps, or any ways to resolve conflicts. I'm believing, with it, which is what they're gonna say to us. But to me, it looks like, and this is just my opinion, that they're going over there to be in another country's business, and have a right to be there and put some of their footprint down, so to speak. You feel me? So um Next, we have ending immunities granted to the Development Fund for Iraq and certain other Iraqi property and investments in property pursuant to Executive Order 13303 as amended, blocking property of certain persons contributing to the conflict of the Central African Republic. And that's Executive Order 13667. 13666, expanding eligibility of the Defense Materials Service Medal. Non-retaliation for disclosure of compensation information for the 13665, blocking property of certain persons with respect to South Sudan. Wow. They can literally reject or block people or their property that are coming from South Sudan at any given moment. That's what that says. Dang. Why South Sudan? Why? Damn. Okay. So they can just reject anything coming through the mail if it's for South Sudan. Establishing an emergency board to investigate disputes between the Long Island Railroad Company and certain other of its employees represented by certain labor organizations. That is 13663. Next, we have 13662, blocking property of additional persons contributing to the situation of Ukraine. All right. Next, we have blocking property of additional persons contributing to the situation in Ukraine. So they're going to get the people and the other people that have anything to do with Ukraine. If you're blocking property of certain persons contributing to the situation in Ukraine again, and streamlining the export-import process for America's businesses, establishing a minimum wage for contractors. All right. Changing the name of the National Security Staff to the National Security Council staff. And one more, establishment of Afghanistan and Pakistan Strategic Partnership Office and the amendment to Executive Order 12163 is 13656. Wow. It's a amends Executive Order 12163, September 29th, 1979. They've been signing these executive orders since the early 1900s and the late 1800s, easily. What to tell you? That's they don't have a lot of time to make executive orders, people. Is what I'm saying. So, yeah, it's getting real. All right. I just pulled up 12 of the boldest. All right. The Emancipation Proclamation. Possibly the most famous executive order was issued in a time before the directives were officially numbered. The Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863, was issued by President Abraham Lincoln to declare the freedom of more than 3 million slaves throughout the Confederacy. Though the order only truly freed slaves in Union-controlled states, about 20,000 to 50,000, it provided a framework for the eventual emancipation of millions more as Union armies overtook the Confederates. Wow. So basically, a lot of people probably don't like that executive order because shoot, it made sure that we was at least physically free. You know, that we, even though people are still mentally free, mentally slaves, and you know, having a hard time swallowing the pill of life, uh and real life at that. You know, uh this is crazy. I don't think they put the order that I'm talking about in here though. I'm looking for it and I'm not seeing it. Okay, another one. In 1913, the passage of the Federal Reserve Act required United States government to possess a certain amount of gold in order to print paper money. By 1933, with the Great Depression in full swing, President Franklin D. Roosevelt was desperate for a way to increase the government's cash on hand, necessitating a physical increase in its amount of gold. With Executive Order 6102, Americans were compelled to trade their personal gold for cash. Many of those who did not comply had their gold seized, were arrested, and served time in jail. Wow. Bruh, they literally sitting here telling you that if you didn't trade with them, your goal, that you just gonna go to jail, you gonna get arrested. Like we're gonna book them. We're gonna book them and let them sit because he doesn't agree with our standard or our ruling, our perspective, which is, you know, that's a very grimy perspective to say the least. Um, I don't like how, you know, for the most part, people be like forcing perspectives or so-called norms on society as a whole. And I think it needs to be set up a different way for people to get the most out of life and to mature much quicker, to be smarter about their decisions and you know be successful in life much sooner. All right, next. I want to. We can go over a few more of these executive orders. Next was a new agency under the New Deal. 2 years later, President Roosevelt used his executive order privilege once again to bring aspects of his New Deal into reality. For example, the Works Progress Administration, the WPA, established by Executive Order 7034, was a new government agency whose purpose was to create jobs for the millions of people unemployed by the Great Depression. Through the WPA existed only for 8 years, its workers made monumental improvements to the nation's infrastructure and cultural life. Okay. Next, while Roosevelt going ham, he got another one. In 1941, President Roosevelt signed another executive order, this time focusing on international relations rather than domestic concerns. A response to the race to create an atomic bomb, Roosevelt's Executive Order 8807 established the Office of Scientific Research and Development, the OSRD, given unlimited resources for its research. The S1 Committee of the OSRD would later establish a number of sites around the country, including its Los Alamos laboratory, where the atomic bomb was designed and tested. Japanese, here's another one. Let's see here. Oh my goodness, Roosevelt he went in again. Roosevelt went in again after that in 1941. Again, that's the same year. That's the same year. Wow. So executive orders been getting signed since 1863. Easy. Next you have in 1941 again, Japan had launched a surprise attack on the United States Pacific Fleet of Pearl Harbor. Immediately after the incident, the United States formally declared war on Japan. Soon after, President Roosevelt issued Executive Order 9066, calling for the relocation of all Japanese Americans on the West Coast to government-run concentration camps. Oh shit. The executive order affected more than 100,000 Japanese Americans overall. They had to go. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Yo. They punishing them folks. That's crazy. Whereas the successful prosecution of the war requires every possible protection against the espionage and against the sabotage to national defense material, national defense premises, and national defense utilities, as defined in Section 4 of Act of April 20, 1918, 40 Stat 333. It's either 333 or 533, as amended by the Act of November 30th, 1940, and the Act of August 21st, 1941. He just quoted 3 acts. Now, therefore, by virtue of the authority vested in me as President of the United States, as Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy, I hereby authorize and direct the Secretary of War and the military commanders whom he may from the time designate wherever he or any designated commander deems such action necessary or desirable, to prescribe military areas in such places and of such extent as he be appropriate military commander may determine, from which any all persons may be excluded, and with respect to which the rights of any person to enter, remain, or leave shall be subject to whatever restrictions the Secretary of War or the appropriate military commander may impose in his discretion. The Secretary of War is hereby authorized to provide for residents of any other accommodations. Provide for residents of any such area who are excluded, therefore, such transportations, food, shelter, and other accommodations as may be necessary in the judgment of the Secretary of War, the said military commander, and until other arrangements are made to accomplish the purpose of this order, the designation military area in any region or locally shall supersede designations of the prohibited and restricted areas by Attorney General under proclamations of December 7th and 8th in 1941. Wow. And so on. So them folks had to come on down. Wow. They said they weren't taking no chances that if they got it in their blood, then they might retain loyalty for their bloodline, and they may try to do something else. I'm gonna put it that way. Wow, it's a lot going on. So yeah, man, that ate good, man. But look, yeah, really, I want the best for our people, man. I want the best for our people, and I hate to see us being, taken advantage of by other people. It's not right, and we don't deserve it, and we are strong. We are really strong, and we can stand up strong against against any odds. hmm So yeah, next is there have been dead fish popping up in the water everywhere, and especially in Florida, down in Florida and close to the Gulf. It's just, dead fishes are floating on the water, y'all, because things are being so polluted to the point to where these fish can't even breathe in their own territory in the water. So think about that for a second. This fish can't live because, mind you, they breathe underwater all day, like breathing in some stuff that some humans may wish to breathe, in order to be doing a lot more than what they're doing. I'm assuming, but yeah. Mm. All right, so have y'all heard the story about the 31-year-old woman being pregnant by the 13-year-old boy? Like, how do you all feel about that? I would like to know. Because I know for a fact, if it was a older man versus uh, a little girl, then it would be a huge issue. So I feel like, we have to kind of treat this with the same respect, and the woman needs to be punished. Something needs to happen. Um, Now this boy is gonna have a child, and this child is gonna be in this world before he can even, you know, get of age. He's not. He's got 5 more years, I believe, to turn 18. And by the time he get 18, he gonna have a three. Um, he gonna have a 4-year-old. That's wild. He 18 with a 4-year-old. Think about that. That's crazy. So I feel like it was wrong. I feel like he was taken advantage of, and that's not right. That's not right. Her to do that to him. 'Cause who knows? I know a bunch of y'all probably saying he might have enjoyed it, but he probably didn't know no better. I wasn't even introduced to anything like that um, in my younger years. So yeah, you never know. She could have so called mm. So all right, next. I think I said this in the last one, but there have been Russian warships surrounding the United States lately. And I'm just like, that's enough to make someone very, very uh, uneasy, so to speak. Because why are they being allowed to sit there? Don't we have something that could, some type of counterintelligence to counteract? Mm. But yeah, I was gonna show y'all something, but I don't know. Hold on. Shoes. Clean them things up. Trying out the key. Like, do around here, man. Trying to tell you, man. Hey, it's all good. Want me some more? Red beans, rice, good stuff, good stuff. Red beans and rice, y'all. Red beans and rice. Red beans and rice. Cause I'm still like kind of hungry. So, appreciate y'all for joining me. I love this kit. This kit number 20. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, so good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gotta be easily my favorite hi-hat. I don't even have gone finished it. Alright. Man, the food was so good, I had to put on the music, man, jam out. What's it, man? Trying to tell you. But I love this kid. Well, a pretty good session, y'all. Ooh, I done went over my time, y'all. Went over my time. So I'm about to go ahead and end this one. But I appreciate everybody who dropped through. If you made it to this point, you're a real one. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. All right. Sending peace, love, and light. All right. Peace.